Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Makaradash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, pushing this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, pushing the word truthfully and sincerely. Also, like I said it again. But yeah, this is another sit-down lesson through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Shai on this September the 23rd, 2022. On this Friday afternoon at 5:58 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I highlight up this news article, and it reads from RT.com, World News, alternative news around the world. And it reads, U.S. carrier links up with Asian ally. It says nuclear power vessel has docked in South Korea, preparation for military drills. The USS Russian, Slovakia, the USS Ronald Reagan arrived in the South Korean port of Basan on Friday, ahead of a first joint military exercise between Washington and Seoul, involving an aircraft carrier since 2017. Prior to its arrival, the nuclear power vessel spent the summer in the South China Sea, amending tensions with China over Taiwan. Arriving with two other ships from the carrier strike group, the Ronald Reagan will host U.S. and South Korean dysentery while docked in Boston before leaving the port in the coming days for exercise, although U.S. Navy made no mention of North Korea in a statement announcing the carrier visit. The strike group's commander, Rear Admiral Michael Denlell, told reporters that the drill signals that the U.S. South Korea navies are interoperable and integrated to face any challenge or threat. The South Korea Navy said that the exercise demonstrates the firm resolve by the Korea-U.S. alliance for the sake of peace and stability on the Korean Peninsula. The 2017 Ronald Reagan visit Boston in 2017, when the U.S. sent 3 aircraft carriers for drills with the South Korean in response to the North Korean missile tests. Subsequent drills were postponed to downsize due to the former President Donald Trump diplomatic outreach to North Korea from 2018 onwards into the Word 19 demic started in 2020, which was 2 years ago. The latest exercise come as the U.S. believes Pyongyang is gearing up to conduct the first nuclear test since 2017. The country's leader, Kim Jong-un, has stepped up artillery and missile tests in recent months, to which the response by sending the 6 F-35 stealth fighter jets to South Korea for a series of exercises in July. Pyongyang views drills as a provocation and proof that if it needs to strengthen the nuclear program. Before arriving in Basan, the USS Ronald Reagan, I meant to say Slovakia, mispronounced the word. Slovakia for that personal business. But anyway, continuing on with the reading. Before arriving in Basan, the USS Reagan spent 4 months in the Western Pacific and South China Sea, patrolling near Taiwan, and China launched large-scale military exercise last month following a visit by the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to Taipei. The 1,000-foot carrier then returned it to its home port of Yokosuka, Japan, before heading to Boston. Matthew 24:6. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. Matthew 24:7, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures, for nations shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, because, as I've been mentioning before, on and on, previously, and now, as been mentioning before, you've been seeing the increase of exercise, military drills, nations doing military simulation type drills, military training, military ground troops training, nations firing off their missiles testing, hypersonic missiles, long range, mid range, short range, anti-missile defense. I mean, you name it. These nations have been in preparatory for all these things as have been continuing on, increasing, and been building up in preparations to what's about to what's about to come. In Revelations 11:14, second woe was past, behold, the third woe coming quickly. Because we're seeing continuing signs of that, of these nations doing these full military training drills in preparation to that WW3, So with that, this was just a quick sit-down lesson for In the News on this September 23rd, 2022 at 6:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, as it shows right here, the highlight of the news article. U.S. carrier links up with Asian ally of a nuclear power vessel has docked in South Korea in preparation for military drills. Because you already know U.S., the United States, South Korea, and Japan, they all allies with one another against North Korea, because they look at North Korea as a big threat. As I was reading further on to the article, saying North Korea is going to fire its first nuclear weapon test ever since 2017. So they've definitely been firing their missiles. I believe it was like their 7th to 18th firing of their missile so far this year. But it seemed like, according to reports, they're going to fire off another missile. That's why, as the nations I mentioned, United States, South Korea, and Japan, they look at North Korea as a threat. So, they're amping up their military defense as well, too, to challenge North Korea, because they look at North Korea as a threat. So with that, hope this sit-down lesson was edifying for In the News of September 23rd, 2022. And with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Makar Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Preach the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe. Preach